In 2019, I was diagnosed with a late-stage cancer. It was in my neck, chest, and stomach, and I had pretty severe symptoms, a lot of pain. I couldn't lay down. A few weeks before my treatment started, I had to sleep in the chair. The reason why I'm saying this is because I got diagnosed, like I said, at a late stage, and I was struggling. And unfortunately, I know some people who have died with the same type of cancer that I had, with the symptoms that I had. And in this video, I'm gonna share with you 6 things that I believe help me maximize my chances for survival and beat cancer very quickly. I was diagnosed in October 2019. 4 months later, I was already in the full remission. There was no signs of cancer, and I've stayed in full remission ever since. So I'm going to share with you 6 things that helped me beat cancer, get healthy, and continue to thrive and be in the best health and best shape of my life today, 5 years later. So without further ado, let's get into it. One thing I want to make sure that I say before I get into the things that help me is that I'm not a doctor, and I'm not prescribing. If you're the person who's watching this video who's battling cancer, I'm not prescribing or telling you that you have to do any of the things that I'm going to talk about. I'm just simply a person who has been through this, and I found what worked for me, and I'm going to share my experience and what I learned through this journey. But I cannot tell you what to do, right? You need to talk to your doctor. Obviously, you need to pay attention to your own intuition. You follow your gut, follow your instincts, and I'm sure internally you will know what's the right thing to do. And if you most importantly going to be in the right mindset, I have no doubt that you can beat cancer and overcome it. So the first thing that I believe helped me beat cancer was prolonged fasting, specifically doing it strategically around my chemotherapy sessions. I will do more videos going in depth on this in the future, but I just want to kind of highlight this thing because when I got diagnosed, people started sending me stuff, right? And I started doing my own research, Googling, like, what can I do to maximize my chances? And I came across this professor. His name is Dr. Walter Longo. He's a professor at USC in Los Angeles. And he's the guy who's an expert in this field. And he's done the biggest studies on, what kind of diet you should follow and fasting protocols specifically for beating cancer, right? And so what I learned is that cancer is what's called metabolically active cell. It needs fuel from food coming in to sort of feed off of it, right? And when you fast and you don't put any calories into your body, what that does to cancer cells, it weakens them, because they can't feed off your fat cells or anything like that. On the other side, healthy cells can do that. They're smart, and they can feed off of you. When you're fasting and no calories are coming in, your body can break down fat cells and other things. Your body goes into this state, it's called autophagy. I'm sure a lot of you heard of that. So your healthy cells can feed off other things within your body. Cancer cells cannot do that. So when you do prolonged fasting around chemotherapy, what you can do is you can strengthen your healthy cells and protect them, and you can at the same time weaken the cancer cells. The reason why it's so important is because when you do chemotherapy, chemo is a poison that does not differentiate between healthy and cancer cells. It kills everything, right? But when you do this fasting strategically around chemotherapy, you can maximize the chance of survival of your healthy cells, and at the same time maximize the effectiveness of chemotherapy, killing all the cancer cells. So this is exactly what I did. I personally was scheduled for 12 rounds of chemotherapy, 1 round every 2 weeks. And what I did was I did 4-day fasts around my chemotherapy sessions. So I had my chemo every other Friday. So I would go into my chemo already more than 2 days fasted. So like I said, it was Friday. So I would have my last meal Tuesday, and I would fast all day Wednesday. I would fast all day Thursday. I would wake up in the morning and on chemo day and go into chemotherapy over 48-hour fasted, did chemo, right? Came back home. Fortunately, after chemo, you feel so tired that I wasn't even feeling like super hungry on that day. I just wanted to rest and sleep and stuff like that. And so what I would do is I would fast 2 days before the day of chemo, and then I would wake up the next day after chemo, and I would try to push my first meal, the breaking of my fast, as far into the day as I could. And then I would break my fast in the afternoon or in the evening. I have zero doubt that this strategy helped me beat cancer, and this is why this is the number one thing that I'm sharing in this video. Next thing that I did that I believe helped me beat cancer is that I never stopped training for 2 reasons. Number one, there is some evidence that exercise can help you induce autophagy and sort of maximize the effectiveness of everything that you do when you're fighting cancer.
People who exercise at least 30 minutes a day have a decreased risk in 13 types of cancer.
Are those all metabolic cancers?
Correct. If people start to exercise after a cancer diagnosis, their survival rate increases.
There is evidence that exercise alone can help kill cancer cells, induce autophagy, and maximize the effectiveness of what you do when you're going through your treatment. And second reason is because mentally, exercise boosts endorphins. It makes you feel good. This is a signal that you send to your body that, hey, we're still in it. We're still fighting. We're still doing this. We're staying strong, and I'm taking care of you, It's a huge, huge mental thing that helped me stay in the fight and put my best foot forward. And like Rocky in the movie, be mentally prepared, be mentally focused, and stay in the right mindset in order to fight, and again maximize my chances for survival. So never stopping training was huge. Although my oncologist told me, hey, listen, when you're doing chemotherapy, your immune system suppresses and you can get sick easier. And if you get sick around chemotherapy, you can't do chemo, like if you have fever and stuff like that. And that can sort of offset the timing of chemo, which is very important. So I suggest you don't go to the gym. But I was like, hey, listen, doc, if I don't go to the gym, this is game over. I knew that I need to do this because, number one, I love it. It makes me feel better. And when you're fighting cancer, you want to do more things that make you feel better, that give you that put you in the right state of mind, and boost endorphins, and just give you give you power, man. How can I better explain it? This is I apologize if I'm unclear, but yeah, the bottom line, it was like an outlet for me. You know what I mean? I needed it for my own peace of mind. I needed it for my mindset, and again to maximize my body's chances to be strong while I'm in this battle. Next thing that I did is, like I already talked about fasting, But when I wasn't fasting, I tried to eat as clean as possible, mostly whole, natural, unprocessed foods. So I eliminated, highly processed foods, and especially sugars like candies and chocolate bars and ice cream and stuff like this was not a part of my diet when I was fighting cancer, because uh, I believed that when my body is going through something like this, I need to fuel it with the best fuel possible. And it's not a secret for anybody that eating healthy means maximizing whole, real, organic, natural foods. And that's what I did. Now, at the time, I was on the plant-based diet, which may or may not have helped me with my, success fighting cancer. Currently, I'm not on the plant-based diet. I eat a lot of, animal meats and animal byproducts and stuff like that, and I feel the best I've ever felt in my life. So whether plant-based diet helped me or did not help me with my fighting cancer, I don't know. But what I for sure know when it comes to diet, eliminating highly processed foods like sodas, um, candy, chocolate bars, whatever, cake, anything, stuff like that. That's what I did, and I'm sure that did help me. So that's my third thing that I believe helped me maximize my chances in my fight with cancer. Next strategy that I've implemented when I was fighting cancer that I believe helped me is that I was supplementing with turkey tail mushroom. Again, when I was diagnosed, a lot of people started sending me articles like what books to read, videos to watch on YouTube, podcasts to listen to. And so one of the resources that I found helpful, people told me about this guy, Paul Stamets, who is the biggest mycologist in the world. He's been on Joe Rogan's podcast multiple times. He's done a documentary about mushrooms that's now on Netflix. Anyways, he's the biggest expert when it comes to mushrooms in the world. He knows everything about mushrooms. And so I found his video on YouTube where he talked about his mother being diagnosed with the late stage breast cancer in her 70s. And doctors gave her a couple months left to live. And that lady, she did radiation, but she also took turkey tail mushroom supplement every day through her treatment. And again, long story short, I believe she's still alive today and she's healthy. She beat cancer. And Paul Stamets was talking about this mushroom and how it has a very powerful immune strengthening benefits. And so I was like, hey, that's great. It rings the bell for me, and I'm going to implement this strategy as well. So I ordered a couple bottles of turkey tail mushroom supplement from his website. He has his own brand called Host Defense, and I took 4 capsules in the morning, 4 capsules in the evening every day. And again, I believe that it helped me, help my immune system, help my body, and I guess it did. Next thing that I did that I believe helped me beat cancer was meditation, and specifically meditation by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And let me tell you this, before I got diagnosed, I did not meditate at all. I thought I knew of meditation, but I thought it was something weird, like what do you sit in lotus pose with your eyes closed and you, I don't know, think about nothing. I don't know. It just did not resonate. I did not understand what it is. But when I got diagnosed, and again, a lot of people started sending me all these resources, and multiple people who don't know each other told me about exactly this guy. His name is Dr. Joe Dispenza. And basically, he's the guy he's an author of many books, and he researches brain and how our brain and our thoughts can affect our life, our health, our well-being, everything in our life. And he basically teaches how you can heal yourself with your thoughts using meditation. When focus on the right thing, where your awareness goes, that's where energy flows. And if you can direct your thoughts into the right place and focus on the right stuff and do it repetitively every day, and you can change your state of being, and that can help you heal. That can put you in the right state of being, like I said. And yeah, so I started doing research, and I bought his books, started reading his books, started listening to podcasts with him, and I did his meditations every morning and every evening. Free. He has some meditations that you can buy, but I did his free meditations on Apple Music. I found morning meditation by Dr. Joe Dispenza, and there's an evening meditation by Dr. Joe Dispenza. So it's a guided thing, about 20 minutes long. I did it first thing in the morning, and I did it last thing in the evening before I went to bed. And let me tell you, now 5 years later, I believe in meditation. I believe that your thoughts can heal you. I believe that with the power of your mind, you can change whatever situation you're in, including your health. And I still meditate to this day. So meditation is a big one. And now finally, the last thing that I did that I want to share that I believe helped me beat cancer is that I never identified myself as a sick person. I think a lot of people who get diagnosed sort of subconsciously throw in the white towel. They think, oh my God, this is it. I'm a sick person. I have cancer. And they start living their life as a sick person. They don't go outside. They sit at home all the time. They, stop interacting with people. They stop doing things that they love. They stop living the life of a healthy person, and they put that label of a sick person on themselves, and that becomes a game over for them. So I never did that. I continued to live my life like a healthy person would, right? I would go to the gym every day. I would meet with my friends. Me and my wife would go on long walks every day. We would, spend a lot of time outside, playing with our dogs, watching funny movies, laughing, playing board games, and I just continue to, I lived my life as if I'm already healthy, and as if I'm already living the dream. I believed I did, and that again put me in the right state of mind, and it put my body into that parasympathetic state, there's two states when it comes to your nervous system, right? There's a sympathetic nervous system response, which they call fight or flight, and there's a parasympathetic mode where that state they call rest and digest. And this is where all the healing and recovery and repair for your body happens. So you want to put yourself in that state as much as possible when you're going through something like cancer. And so again, this last point, I can't emphasize enough how important it is to live your life as if you are already healthy, and experience as much joy out of your life as possible. Don't be miserable. Do things that are pleasant, that make you feel good. Take hot bath. Watch a funny movie and laugh your ass off. Spend time with people that you love. Have deep conversations with them. Fantasize about the future and dream. Talk that, when I beat cancer, we're going to do this. That's all I did. I just I kept putting it out there into the universe that, you know, I was telling my wife, you know, I'm gonna beat cancer, and we're gonna have a baby as soon as I'm done with it. And you know, although my oncologist told me that I may never have kids after doing chemotherapy, because that's one of the side effects of chemo, that it can, you know, take your ability to reproduce away from you, you know. But I believed I would beat it, and we would have a son as soon as I'm done with cancer. And today, thank you God, our son is 2 years old. He's healthy, he's well, we love him so much. And yeah, I believe this is I've manifested this because I was in the right state of mind. I was doing all these things that I previously talked about, and today, again, I am healthy. I feel good. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm the strongest that I've ever been. I'm the fittest that I've ever been, and you know, thankfully, I'm in this position where I can share my experience and help somebody else, hopefully help somebody else who's going through the similar journey and fighting cancer as well. So once again, I just want to say that I'm not a doctor. I'm not prescribing any of these things to anybody. I'm just simply sharing my knowledge and my experience and my feelings about what I've been through. You know, again, October 2019, I was fucked up. I couldn't lay down and I couldn't fall asleep, you know, so I had to sleep in the chair sitting up because the pain inside of me was so bad. You know, I had night sweats. You know, in the middle of the night, I would wake up sweating so much that it felt like I just came out of sauna. You know, everything underneath me was just like soaked in my sweat. I had lumps on my neck as big as I don't know, red plum or something. My skin was itching so much that I was just scratching myself till I was bleeding. You know, why am I saying all this? Again, to emphasize the point that, you know, my body was very sick and I was struggling. It was hard, but the things that I talked about in this video, like I said, I have zero doubt that they helped me beat cancer, overcome it very quickly, you know, go from very bad condition to healthy to now the best health and the best shape of my life, of my entire lifetime, you know. And I was diagnosed at 28 and I'm 33, and I thank God every day for giving me the strength to overcome cancer and now be in the position where I can give back and share my experience and share these things that I did that I believe helped me and hopefully help somebody else. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and I would love to hear your feedback in the comments section. If you would like me to make more videos going in depth on some of these things that I talked about, please let me know, and I will see you in the future videos.